Yeah, what's going on, YouTube? West Texas Redneck here today. How y'all doing today? Okay, I have got something on my mind, and I gotta get this off my chest. I'm losing my fucking mind thinking about this. Well, yesterday, my wife told me that we need to take our kids to the hospital. I got two kids. I got a daughter and I got a little son. I love them to death. But they were starting to get sick. My daughter was having a high temperature. My son had been coughing up junk most of the entire Thanksgiving. So I decided, you know what, we need to go to the emergency room. Sorry, my apologies. So we went to the emergency room. We're sitting there talking. We got in the waiting room. From the waiting room, we went over to where we were stuck at. We were stuck in this little 30 by 10 freaking waiting area where there were several other different beds and a lot of people were in there. They call it the quick room or whatever the hell it was. Places that need to be checked on with babies and people that possibly may have a bad virus or whatever. It's kind of like a quarantine area, I guess you could say. So as I'm sitting there with my wife and I'm sitting there watching videos, I'm sitting there thinking, man, I need to put another video up on my YouTube channel. I don't know what the hell to do. And as I'm sitting there thinking, losing my mind, trying to figure out what kind of video to do, I kept hearing loud arguing and cussing and talking to it, and it just kept getting louder and louder and louder and louder and louder, right? So, me being nosy like an idiot like I am, I was listening in when I shouldn't have, but I did anyway because it's kind of hard to do that when in a small little area and you got loud screaming and arguing. It's kind of hard to not hear it. So, as I'm sitting there with my wife and kids, apparently these two Mexican couple that were in the waiting room when we were, and they came in later on, they're sitting there arguing because apparently the male caught his wife or his girlfriend or whatever the fuck she was sneaking around with her buddies and shit, and she caught him doing the same thing. Well, I'm like, well, this seems like something that y'all need to go to like a counselor or relationship. Could y'all stop doing this? I hadn't told them anything yet. That's what I'm thinking. And it keeps getting louder and louder, and they're cussing like crazy. They're cussing so bad, a sailor would blush. That's how bad. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, I was looking for lava soap like my grandmama used to do me every time I cussed. My grandmama used to make me bite on a big old bar of lava soap and bite that sucker. I freaking hated doing that. Or doing castor oil for cussing so bad. I was thinking, oh my God. So I'm sitting there thinking, talking to him. I'm listening to this conversation, and I've got my kids with me, right? I got my newborn daughter, and I got my 7-year-old son in this hospital. I don't want my kids hearing this kind of crap. I don't even. Me and my wife, we have relationship issues. I mean, me and her, we've been married for 3 years. We've had our relationship issues. We're not going to do it we're not going to do it in public, and two, we're not going to do it in front of our kids. We're going to do it in a closed room where the kids are out of the way and they don't hear anything. So, as I'm sitting there listening to this, they kept getting on and on and on. This going on for freaking 2 hours straight. And I'm like, and I'm losing my fucking mind because I just want to go over and tell them, say, hey, newsflash, there are other people in here and there are people that have kids in here. Will y'all please shut the hell up or take this shit somewhere else? I don't want to hear this crap, and I don't want my kids hearing this. So, it goes on for a little while, then the nurse comes in because she's hearing this ruckus. It's starting to get almost into a confrontation with these two. And so I'm sitting there in my gurney. I'm sitting there trying to keep my son's ears covered from not hearing this. My wife is getting more pissed off as it's going on, talking about this. This nurse comes around the corner and hears the commotion to come check and see what the hell's going on. She snaps right in front of my area where we were sitting, me and my wife. And there's like 3 other people in there. There was a lady over here across from us with her mother that was in the hospital. It was a nice religious Christian lady, 2 Christian ladies, elderly women, probably in their 40s, 50s. And there was this nice young lady that was in her 30s that was sitting next to us with her son. I don't know how old he was. Seemed pretty young. I mean, seemed pretty close to around my son's age. And I'm looking at this nurse and I'm like, are you kidding me? Can you please tell them something before I do? Because I'm fighting to get the hell up and not cuss them out, go over there and cuss them out myself. So she goes to get the doctor, and the doctor comes back, and the doctor hears the old rigmarole and everything. And the elderly women across this hall from us sat there said, will you please go over there and say something to them? And she says, yes, ma'am, not a problem. So the doctor goes over there, tells these people, said, hey, we're getting complaints from people. Y'all are being too loud, and y'all are being causing a problem. And this bitch just goes off and saying, well, if these motherfuckers learn to keep their own mind, then their ears to their own damn self and quit eavesdropping, maybe they wouldn't have this fucking problem and just ignore all of us. Okay, I'm sorry, but you're in a 30 by 10 room when there's several other people with kids. That's kind of hard to ignore your stupid ass when you're louder in hell than a drill instructor. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? And then they finally start to leave, and they start cussing like crazy, and all of a sudden, out of pure instinct, dude, I couldn't plan this any fucking better. I just sat there and said, like, looks like somebody needs Jesus. Everybody in the hospital just started dying laughing. The nurses, the doctor, the patients, the little kids in there, they all just started like dead laughing. These people started walking out. They're cussing worse than they already were. They were trying to start a freaking fight, and here comes security. So they finally leave. So yeah, but the reason I'm making this video is that one thing, like, it's gonna be some information to all these people that are having like relationship issues and everything in the state of Texas. Like, in Texas, we don't deal with that kind of bullshit in public. If you got a fucking problem with that, take this shit out in the parking lot or go do it somewhere where you're not in a closed building. Because in Texas, we don't deal with that bullshit, especially in West Texas. Me and my wife, if we got a fucking problem, we take our asses home, we go argue in the bedroom or in the bathroom. We'll turn the shower on, we'll go in the bathroom, turn the water on, turn the shower on, where we can hear each other, but our kids can't hear that shit. I don't want my kids seeing that shit, especially in public. And on top of that, in a fucking hospital, for God's sakes, people, come on. There's people in there that are either sick, dying, or they're got an injury that they must lose life or limb, and they got kids in there that are sick and upset, and it's a stressful situation. I mean, it's a stressful freaking place as it is, bro, but you don't need to make it any more damn stressful with your damn relationship issues. I mean, come on, bro. So probably the two things I need to tell these people is this. Number one, if you got a relationship issue and you need to hash this shit out, do it in a private area, do it in your car, do it in your house where nobody else is hearing this shit, because we don't want to hear that crap. And two, if you do have a personal issue, bro, go find a priest or go find a freaking counselor, or better yet, y'all got that many fucking problems and your husband is fucking another chick and the bitch is fucking another nigga. Shit, call the fucking wedding or call the fucking shit that you got going on off. Said, hey, I'm gonna go fuck this bitch. You go fuck whatever nigga you want and be fine with it. Just be that way. Stop doing this bullshit of trying to fight for a relationship that you already know is already in the gutter. I'm sorry, that shit just ain't gonna work. So my point is this: if you got relationship issues and you can hash them out privately, do it privately. Don't do it publicly. Especially in the state of Texas. Because if it wasn't for my wife, I'd have been like done what every fucking redneck would have said. Went over there, either slap the fuck out of him, told him to shut the hell up, or tell him to go fucking take it somewhere else. And if it wasn't for my wife, I would have done it. But with my wife being there, I couldn't. So the main number one thing about it is this: if you got a fucking problem, hash it out between yourselves, where it's just you and them and not everybody else hearing about it, especially when there's children involved. Like I was saying, like, before this video, before this incident I came across, I was having a hard time finding what to do and what videos to make and everything. What would help with me, honestly, y'all, is like, leave me some comments down below. Ask me like what you guys want to hear and everything, like 5 different types of freaking rednecks or something like that, or even ask me more about myself. I want to try to start doing like more video blogs of me and my wife and kids and stuff like that, how we go through our day-to-day lives as life in West Texas is. Because and before you ask, no, my wife is not a redneck. My wife is a Puerto Rican chick, but I could set that for another video. So, but I do love y'all. I do appreciate the ones that have subscribed to the channel. Y'all do help me grow. I do appreciate the ones that have liked my videos and actually seen them. If you do like my videos, comment below, or if you got a comment saying, well, what happened, and you got a comment saying like what happened with those 2 people, and then you want to say something also to add to that, go ahead, drop it down below. I read my comments a lot, so go ahead, just drop it below. Let me know. Leave me a comment if you liked the video, what I was talking about, and what happened. Send a like or whatever. If you like to see more videos of my redneck ass freaking do videos, hit that subscribe button and turn your bell, turn your notification bell on. I appreciate it, y'all. But I love y'all. Appreciate it. Love y'all. Facebook.